Hello, everyone. It's Frank, and we're about to tackle some essential questions for your Florida CDL permit test. Getting your commercial driver's license in Florida means understanding a lot about safely operating large vehicles. Let's make sure you're ready. Here we go. What is the most important reason for doing a pre trip inspection? To ensure the vehicle is safe to operate. A thorough pre trip inspection is your first and best defense against breakdowns and accidents. On to the next one. What is the proper way to check if an air brake system has a leak? Turn off the engine, release the service brake, and listen for air escaping. You'll need to listen for any hissing sounds to detect leaks. What's after this? When is it permissible to drive a commercial motor vehicle with a flat tire? Never. A flat tire must be repaired or replaced immediately. Driving on a flat tire can damage the wheel, cause a blowout, or lead to loss of control. Moving on. What is hydroplaning? When tires lose contact with the road surface due to water. This happens when a layer of water builds up between your tires and the road. Next on our list, what is the minimum tread depth for front tires on a commercial vehicle? 430 tax inch. Adequate tread depth is crucial for steering control and traction. Okay, what's after this? What is the main purpose of ABS, anti-lock braking system, on a commercial vehicle? To help you maintain steering control during hard braking. ABS prevents your wheels from locking up, allowing you to steer while braking. Let's move on. How often should you check your mirrors while driving a commercial vehicle? Constantly, to be aware of traffic around you. Regular mirror checks are part of continuous scanning to stay safe. What about this next one? What is the best way to handle a tire blowout? Hold the steering wheel firmly, stay off the brakes, and slow down gradually. Maintain control and avoid sudden movements. On to the next question. What is the maximum legal speed limit for commercial vehicles on Florida highways, unless otherwise posted? It varies depending on the specific highway and signage. Always obey the posted speed limits as they can change. Moving forward, what is the primary reason for proper cargo securement? To prevent cargo from shifting and affecting vehicle stability or falling off. Unsecured cargo is a significant safety hazard. Let's consider the next one. What is a hazard in terms of safe driving? Anything that may cause an accident or requires you to change speed or direction. Anticipating hazards is a key part of defensive driving. And the next point, what should you do if you are being tailgated? Increase your following distance and allow the tailgater to pass. Give yourself more room to react and reduce the pressure from the tailgater. What's next? What is the danger zone around a bus or large commercial vehicle? The area where the driver has blind spots and cannot see other vehicles. Never linger in these blind spots. Moving on to this. When performing a pre-trip inspection, what should you check on your lights? All lights are clean, working, and not broken. Properly working lights are essential for visibility and communication. All right, let's see. What is the maximum number of seconds of following distance recommended for a 40-foot commercial vehicle at 40 miles per hour? 4 seconds. The rule of thumb is 1 second for every 10 feet of vehicle length that speeds over 40 miles per hour. What's after this? What is the purpose of engine retarders, Jake brakes? To help slow the vehicle and reduce the need for using service brakes. Engine retarders help manage speed on downgrades, saving your service brakes. Next question. When should you downshift a manual transmission in a commercial vehicle? Before starting down a hill and before entering a curve. DownshiFting allows the engine to assist in braking and provides power for acceleration out of a curve. Let's get to this one. What is the minimum BAC blood alcohol concentration for a CDL holder to be considered under the influence in a commercial vehicle? 0.04%. This is a much stricter limit than for non-commercial drivers. Okay, what's next? What does a low air pressure warning light buzzer indicate in an air brake system? That the air pressure in the tanks has dropped below a safe level. This is a critical warning that you must address immediately. Moving on. What is the purpose of blocking and bracing cargo? To prevent cargo from moving sideways, forward, or backward. Proper blocking and bracing ensures the load remains stable during transit. So what's next? What is the primary cause of commercial vehicle rollovers? Driving too fast on curves or ramps. High speed combined with a high center of gravity is a recipe for rollovers. Next on our list, When are you required to stop before a railroad crossing? When a train is approaching, when directed by a signal, or when transporting certain hazardous materials. Always exercise extreme caution at railroad crossings. Okay, what's after this? What is the safest way to back a large commercial vehicle? Use a spotter and back slowly. A spotter provides an extra set of eyes, reducing blind spots. Let's move on. What is the escape ramp or runaway ramp for? To provide a safe place for vehicles to stop when their brakes fail on a downgrade. These are critical safety features on long, steep descents. What about this next one? What should you do if you become drowsy while driving? Pull over and take a short nap or get some sleep. Driving while drowsy is as dangerous as driving under the influence. On to the next question. What is the legal requirement for inspecting your vehicle's cargo? Within the first 50 miles of a trip and every 150 miles or 3 hours thereafter. Regular cargo checks ensure it remains secure. Moving forward, what is a coupling device and why is it important to inspect? The mechanism that connects a trailer to the tractor, vital for safe towing. A secure coupling is fundamental to safely operating a combination vehicle. Let's consider the next one. What is the effect of doubling your speed on braking distance? It increases your stopping distance by 4 times. Speed has a squared effect on stopping distance, so manage it carefully. And the next point, when driving in heavy rain or snow, what should you do to improve safety? Reduce your speed significantly and increase your following distance. Adverse weather conditions demand reduced speed and increased caution. What's next? What is the purpose of a driver's inspection report? To document any defects or problems found during the pre-trip or en route inspections. These reports help ensure vehicle maintenance and safety. Moving on to this. What is the critical step when approaching a bridge or overpass in freezing weather? Assume the bridge surface is slippery, even if the road leading to it isn't. Bridges freeze before road surfaces because air circulates above and below them. All right, let's see. What is communicating in safe driving? Using signals, lights, and horn to alert other drivers of your intentions. Effective communication helps other drivers anticipate your actions. What's after this? What is the purpose of retarders on a commercial vehicle? To help slow the vehicle and reduce brake wear. Retarders, like engine brakes, save your service brakes for emergencies. Next question. What should you do if your steering feels heavy or unresponsive? It could indicate a problem with the power steering system or low tire pressure. Stop and inspect. Any steering issue should be investigated immediately. Let's get to this one. What is the main reason for checking tire inflation pressure regularly? To ensure safe handling, prevent blowouts, and improve fuel efficiency. Proper tire pressure is critical for safety and vehicle performance. Okay, what's next? What is the space management principle in driving a large vehicle? Managing the space ahead, behind, and to the sides of your vehicle. Maintaining an adequate space cushion allows you to react to hazards. Moving on. When driving at night, what is a good rule for headlight usage? Use low beams when within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle or 200 feet of a vehicle you are following. This prevents blinding other drivers. So what's next? What is the off-tracking phenomenon with large vehicles? The rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels, especially in turns. Be aware of off-tracking when turning, especially in tight spaces. Next on our list, what should you do if your brakes fail while driving? Downshift to a lower gear, pump the brake pedal rapidly, and if needed, use the parking brakes slowly. Try to use all available methods to slow the vehicle down safely. Okay, what's after this? What is the proper way to use your turn signals? Signal early and continuously, allowing other drivers time to react. Early signaling is key for safe maneuvers. Let's move on. What is the most common type of commercial vehicle crash? Rear-end collisions. Maintaining adequate following distance is crucial to prevent these. What about this next one? What is the maximum height allowed for a commercial vehicle in Florida, unless otherwise specified? 13 feet 6 inches. Always be aware of your vehicle's height to avoid hitting underpasses or bridges. On to the next question. How do you check for cracked or broken spring hangers, spring leaves, or missing bolts during a pre-trip inspection? Visually inspect them from underneath the vehicle. These components are vital for your vehicle's suspension. Moving forward, what is the primary danger of driving with loose or unsecured cargo? It can shift, causing loss of control or fall off us, creating a road hazard. Secure your load properly every time. Let's consider the next one. What is the low bridge or overhead clearance warning sign for? To indicate that your vehicle's height may exceed the available clearance. Always know your vehicle's height and watch for these signs. And the next point. What is the proper technique for backing with a trailer? Back slowly, use a spotter, and make small steering corrections. Slow and steady wins the race when backing a trailer. What's next? What is the purpose of a safety triangle or flare kit? To warn other drivers of a disabled vehicle on the roadside. These devices are essential for protecting yourself and others during a breakdown. Moving on to this. When driving on a downgrade, what is the most important braking technique? Use a low gear and apply the brakes intermittently to control speed without overheating them. Snub braking helps maintain control and prevent brake fade. All right, let's see. What should you do if you are involved in an accident? Stop safely, protect the scene, notify authorities, and exchange information. Follow these steps to manage the situation responsibly. What's after this? What does it mean if your vehicle's suspension system has leaf springs that are broken or missing? The vehicle will be unstable and potentially dangerous to drive. Damaged suspension compromises vehicle stability. That concludes our practice session for the Florida CDL permit test. Keep studying these regulations and safe driving practices. Knowing this information is key to becoming a successful and responsible commercial driver. Good luck on your test.